Hey guys, this is a quick tutorial on how to fly the RedFalcon helicopters using mouse and keyboard, and hopefully this will encourage you to try out the helicopters and also eventually want to have them out of training mode so you can take full advantage of the pitch and roll so that you can turn quicker and land quicker and slow down quicker on your own. But here we go. So the first thing I would suggest doing is to set the autopilot button to your shift key. Your space bar. So you go to Controls, Configure RFFS, and you can see I already set it to space. By default, it is the number pad plus, which, as you can tell, it's way over on the other side of the keyboard. So I would set that to space. I also like to set left control to collector lower because the default Z conflicts with the controls. Now, of course, I have no idea on how to set multiple buttons. Like you see left shift and mouse wheel up. Unfortunately, when you set that, unless someone knows how, you lose that mouse wheel down. So I would just get rid of it. If you know how, let everybody else know. So hit apply and go back into the game. So I'm going to go ahead and call out a little bird. Now these helis do require fuel and hydraulic fluid. They should be spawning with all the hydraulic fluid you need in one gas can, enough to get you to a gas station. You can refuel these like you do the cars. You just land on top of the gas station or next to the gas station if you can, and refuel it. So I'm going to use the admin tool to refuel and repair, and now it should have everything it needs. If we look, we can see everything's installed, even have a storage box there. So go ahead and get into the heli. So to start the helicopter is to click and hold just like a car. Now this helicopter is not in training mode. So raise your collector. Another quick way to get off the ground, since you hit the space bar, it will automatically bring you a half collector. That way you can just get right off the ground. Lean forward. And there you go. So if you want to go fast, full collector, full lean forward. And just watch your altitude. And if you're gaining too much altitude, you give yourself a little more forward lean. Once you start going down, lean back a little bit and just bounce it back and forth to keep it going. You see I can get 133 knots doing this method, and I relatively stay at the same altitude. Might gain a little bit. If I gain a little bit, I can always reduce it. Unlike the other helicopters, where if you're about to run into something, if you pull back on this, you can see I slow down almost immediately and I start gaining altitude. So I can collect down, and I'm slow. Wasn't paying attention. So, as you see, I recovered without having to use the button. But if I do use the button, see, it brings us to a complete stop. Go straight up over this tree. Lean forward. Now, normally I use head tracking, so I'm doing this for the first time the way I'm showing you. I have flown with the mouse and keyboard before, but I still use the head tracking so I can show you what I'm doing. So for those that want to know how to turn quickly, so the way you turn, as you can see, I'm going full forward. Oh, getting glitched out. Oh no button. There you go. Recovered. There we go. I guess that'll happen time to time. So that's why it's good to have that shift key ready to go. So back to what I was going to say about turning. You just lean into your turn. And that's it. If you lose an altitude, lean back a little bit. Now, I'll fly one of the helicopters that are in training mode so you can see. Now, I'm not doing, you can see my keyboard movements on how I'm doing things. And you can see the advantage of being in normal flight mode. So I was able to turn super quick, you know. And if I was losing altitude, give myself a little more angle as I'm turning. Now these things are going to be, this is how a helicopter actually turns. So it's not going to turn like the other one, where you can just turn on a dime. If you want to turn on a dime, what you need to do is pull back, arrest your speed, hit your space bar if you have to, rotate, lean forward, collector up, and you're good to go. You're flying again. So I'm going to go ahead and land in this field over here. See, I'm coming in pretty hot, but hitting that space bar slows you down. And you see I've done this all in first person. I can switch to third. And as long as you're at neutral, it'll go down really slow. You want to go quicker. When you get close to the ground, hit your neutral. Let's say I'm way off. I want to land next to that tractor over there. Give myself a little collector, lean forward into the direction I want to go. Hit my space bar. There I am. Oh, looks like I might hit that tractor when I land. As I'm going down, giving myself a little lean to go over. And there we are. Right next to the tractor. Now we are at an angle, so it is gonna fly us off a little bit. Another thing to remember is that these blades do not have a physical mesh in the game, so they do not hit anything. So those of you that like to fly around in third person, same principle. You lose an altitude, lean back. You'll gain altitude. The object is just to watch your altimeter, and you can lean forward until you start losing altitude, and that'll maximize your airspeed. So let's see if I can go find a building to land on. What we got over here? Ooh. Yep, not paying attention. But okay, the oh no button will help you every time as long as you catch it in time. Of course, just as with anything, if you don't catch it in time, then oh no, it's too late. Alright, so here we go. No, there ain't no buildings land on over there. There we go. We'll land on that building over there. It's a hospital, so. Alright, so. See, I messed it up. Space bar saves the day. There we go. Alright. We've landed. Collected down. Turn it off. Alright, so I'll pull out the little R22. Like the black one, personally. So, fuel and repair that. This one does not have hydraulics. So if you look at it, you can see there's no hydraulics. So you don't have to fill this one up in hydraulics, but you do have to refuel it. So get in. And there we go. Now the thing is, as you can see, this is as far as I can lean. You can see I'm holding down W. I can't go any further than this. So if I want to turn, I lean into that turn, and you can see what happens when you you can't lean. This is it. So I had to pull back on the stick so that I can get into this turn. If I want to turn further, I can force a little W into it. I mean Q to get that turn tighter. But that's the best you can do when you're in training mode. Now you can see my collector level. Now if I go full collector, I'm going to be gaining altitude the whole time. Now you can see, if you look at my speed indicator, you know, I had to let off on that collector a little bit to get that turn going. And that's the only problem with flying in this mode. You're limited on how fast you can turn and do things. But of course, you can't roll it either. Now once I'm done this, showing you this right here, I'll go back into the little bird and I'll give you some examples of how quickly the autopilot can save you. And you can't wait too long, but you can still recover from almost a certain disaster. Same principle, lean back, slow down. If it's not fast enough, you can hit your space bar and that will absolutely arrest your motion. And if you like third person, alright, here we go. Oh no, upside down. There you go. Recovered. Oh. Hit. Recovered. Probably took a little bit of damage. Oh, rolled over. Oh, I'm gonna hit the tree. There you go. Heading towards the ground. Recovered. That's why I like first person. It gives you a better perspective on how close you are to things. Let's see what we can do. Oh no. There we go. Recovered. Oh, hit those trees. Recovered. So, hopefully, seeing what I'm pressing, how much I'm pressing, seeing the angle, the altitude, will help you have confidence in at least trying it out, giving it a shot. You don't need a special fancy controller. Just need an understanding of how the vehicle reacts to certain pitches and whatnot. Here's a good example of how quickly you can climb. Slowing down. Slow down super fast. Avoided those trees. I could have hit this the space bar to stop, but I knew I could pull up, even though it is a little hard with this perspective. There you go. Out of control. Now, that was luck. Waited too long and I missed all those trees. But there you go. It shows you that, yeah, you're not incapable of crashing, but you can absolutely still, you can save yourself from a lot of bad situations just by being quick on the spacebar. Alright, so I hope everyone tries out this mod because it is vastly superior to the other one. You can get going way quicker. You can get to your and do what you want to do a lot quicker. You know, with just minimal risk. As long as you're just aware of on how everything works. So, coming in for landing. And there we go. We are good. So, hope you found this helpful, and enjoy the mod. Bye.